You want some water? Alright, there we go. I'm not having technical difficulties. You're having Everybody's having. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. Hi. I figured I would maybe start out. Hello, hello, hello. Start out with some general collective. And I'm gonna use um a deck I was gifted by Tipping Canoes, actually. We'll see what comes out. I haven't used this deck on stream yet. Noodle, did you want to pick a card? She might. Sometimes she does. She's like, does it have treats? Oh my goodness. Alright. The kitty and the kid can pick a card. Let's see if Noodle will pick one. Alright, pick a card. Noodle, do you want to pick one? Sometimes she does. She'll grab it with her mouth or scratch it off. You want one? Do you want one? What'd you get? Let's see. Temperance. Alright. Noodle? Whoop. That's too many, girl. Noodle. That's the one? Alright. Wow! You can't get much better than that. Alright. Well, thanks, Noodle. And thanks. Little Ray Ray. What up? Hey, V. Alright, so. Oh my goodness. Alright, everybody's trying to steal the show today. Temperance the Star and Cat Butt. No. Alright, so. I mean, in some circles they would consider the cat butt good luck, right? Alright, let's see what else we got. The Ace of Cups. New love or passion, perhaps. The Tower, that's fitting. The Tower always comes before the Star. The Eight of Wands, symbolizing communication and forward movement. Last but not least, the World. So that represents like the completion of a cycle. So for my general collective, the energies I'm getting along with cat butt is I would expect something new and exciting, something that kind of like, I mean, I do like to do love readings, so I am getting kind of like a new love vibe, but that doesn't necessarily mean another person, because the star symbolizes like a wish fulfilled after the collapse of what is. So kind of that whole it's one of like the laws of the universe in the sense that things have to like you have to give something up to get something, equivalent exchange type thing. So like the old has to be destroyed before the new comes. So I'm getting time of release. And that also goes in hand in hand with the world. So again, completing a cycle, moving forward, and then it brings you back to the ace. So, um, the only thing we're not really talking about so far in the spread is the temperance. But the temperance is all of like a slow and steady energy. It's about finding balance and taking your time. And then we've got the one of, oh, what happened? We lost our, let's see. There we go. We also have the one of cattails. So that represents mischievous, fluffy, beautiful energy. You do want a love reading? I know those cards are pretty awesome. Um, I'm totally down. Maybe we can focus on like what is it that you need to release in order to receive this Ace of Cups, perhaps. Um, and maybe even like what is it you're needing to balance? Because that's what I'm getting from the Temperance card. Hi, Miss Noodle. I'm glad you're sitting in on our session today. Mm. All right. Let's go. All right. Love reading for V. Love reading for V. Let's get a love reading for V. All right, first card. Oop, I had one fall on the floor too. Ooh, okay. You got the King of Cups. And it appears to be in the reverse, but I'm willing to check on both just because it fell on the floor. So I feel like there may be both aspects of that card. Something just, I don't know. The nature of it falling on the floor makes it difficult for me to say whether it should have been read as upright or. Oh, okay. All right. So, going through a rough time maybe a little bit when it comes to love. It would appear. I mean, I guess I don't need divination to know if you're coming to tarot for answers, perhaps. This is what you're experiencing right now. Represents heartache, loss. Um, yeah, not so much. Not so much fun. Nine of Cups in reverse. And we'll read both energies for the King of Cups. Excuse me, Miss Noodle. Ooh, okay. Yep, that's interestingly enough too, it did fall out as your past energies card. So, um that does seem that checks out. So, let's see what your um I'm probably not going to focus too much on this card. This is telling me this is just literally what you're experiencing right now. I know that's definitely rough. Um, so we'll go to the Nine of Cups reversed and kind of see what comes out of that. Okay, so the Nine of Cups reverse is dissatisfaction, materialism, and overspending. So maybe a little copium coming on there. Understandable. It happens. A card of accomplishments, The Nine of Cups, when reversed, can signify a disappointment at the fruits of your labor. Probably something you worked on for a long time, huh? Um, it may be that your wishes were unrealistic, your expectations too high, or your time and effort not enough. The Nine of Cups reversed can appear in a reading when there's a feeling of dissatisfaction. This card in reverse position, warns of imbalance. So, our general collective, we did get that Temperance card. So, definitely needing to maybe recalibrate here. I'm going to suggest that definitely um, try to avoid those vices in this kind of time. So, as much as it seems like a good idea to self-soothe with maybe some retail therapy or some hi summertime, uh, you know, creature comforts. I'm kind of getting a warning that you might not want to indulge in that a little bit too much. Um, This card in a reverse position warns of imbalance. Be careful that any feelings of unfulfillment are addressed in a healthy way. With the Nine of Cups reversed, it can be easy to lean on materialism to try to perk yourself up. So, um, a good time to think about what kind of healthy habits you could adapt to help with your dealing with the pain in your situation. My heart definitely goes out to you. But on the plus side, shout out to uh, Veldarian. I noticed you've got back into streaming. Um, you should definitely check out his channel. And I think that's definitely a really good outlet for you. I would make sure to just focus more on that and maybe not so much on spending. uh, Again, also with kind of I'm getting a lot of like that collective energy. I feel like you're definitely a part of my collective. So a lot of that applies to you. It appears that you're entering a new cycle. The tower is the actual breakup. So you've got that bright star on the horizon. Um, that, should be leading you into um like towards your happy ending kind of thing. Like the Nine of Cups in a lot of ways sort of represents that like kind of happy ending. So it's almost like that's all, it's like this I'm getting that that's all been taken away from you, but it's still that means that energy's still there, which means you still have that potential for it. Um you just got to get back into, make sure you're recalibrating and getting into good energy. I'm seeing that the King of Cups coming out and being reversed is kind of that. Um, I mean, in a lot of ways, since I know you, I know you're a Scorpio, and this is our very much me not charging my iPad. It's very much your energy. So obviously, because you're probably in a lot of pain right now, it's in the reverse. But I'm gonna read the upright first, and then I'm gonna read the reverse for it. The King of Cups in the upright is generosity, fatherhood, and emotional control. The King of Cups can signify an adult man in your life or the energy of yourself who is a master of his own emotions. He is kind, gentle, and loving, like a good father figure. This card may suggest motivation to start a family or be a or be a new or better provider and be more emotionally mature. The King of Cups is wise and understanding, a diplomatic man. He has a deep knowledge of the world that comes from listening intently to passionate speakers from all sides. The King of Cups is a teacher equally versed in science and religion. If you receive the King of Cups in a reading, it may be time to lead with a gentle touch and a quiet word. Others may turn to you for advice because they know you will listen peacefully and guide when you can. Don't call it a dad bod, but I have a father figure. That's cute. Hi, Candy Yams. I like that. Definitely a smooth talker you are. But I'm going to read the reverse because I feel like this is a warning to your maybe some shadow work is in order. Um because the King of Cups reversed is a moodiness, um abuse, and even sometimes leads to uh bad bad habits of addiction or things like that, overindulgence. The King of Cups reverse carries the same meaning as the upright, but the reversal indicates an imbalance. The reverse King of Cups may be prone to emotional manipulation, depression, and alcoholism. He may be emotionally controlling, toxic, and punishing in his speech. Beware of this vindictive person in your life. If you receive the King of Cups in reverse in reading, it seems like you must start putting in the work to release yourself from this energy. So, definitely some shadow work is what I'm getting. In simpler spreads, the reverse King of Cups just may signify that you are feeling confused and not at all one with your emotions. I mean, that's understandable. This suggests you need to take a greater charge for your life and not depend on external circumstances to make you happy, which is, I mean, just honestly the best advice you could have for yourself. A lot of people attach so much to a relationship, um, possessions, status, all of these things. And what is it like Buddha says? Attachment is the root of all suffering. Um, Expectations are like recipe for disaster, and um like tying yourself to um ideals or people or things um just are truly devastating when it falls away. And we tend to get so focused on loss sometimes that you forget about some of the things that were shown to us earlier, like the new love, the falling away, and the star in the sky. So try not to dwell on this bad negative emotions for too long. Um, Obviously, let yourself feel, let yourself have that hurt, but try to focus on the positive, which again, I think you're doing great. I know you've taken a hiatus from streaming, so it's great to see you back doing that again. Was anyone else interested in a reading right now? Otherwise, I'll just keep throwing cards. I have a little tiny helper in the background begging, begging, hand raised high in the air, begging to draw a card. All right, all right. Hit me up if no one else is ready. Yo, let me okay. I can do one for you, Jazz? Okay, hang on. Yeah, let's go. Okay. All right. 1 second. I just gotta check something. Oh, Okay. Okay. Let's do I want to do this deck. Try me. Let's go. All right. Here. All right. Let's go. Let's shuffle them up real good. Try me. Well, we're going to try, all right. I like how Noodle's just like taking up space. She's like, "Nope. This is my show today." Okay. Card number 1. Wow. Yeah, that's about right. Is the Queen of Pentacles. And in case you didn't know, the Queen of Pentacles represents um, probably one of the most grounded, chill queens in the tarot deck. She represents abundance, the Two of Cups, and basically she's the Queen of Pentacles is like she don't need nobody. She's got everything she needs right where she is. And she also ain't no scrub. And the Sun. Um arguably the like happiest card in the deck. Okay. So, Queen of Pentacles. Should I just read? I'm gonna go from my book. She's very good at keeping day-to-day things such as budgeting, cooking, cleaning, and caring for others. Enjoys work of maintaining environment where loved ones or employees can thrive. Down to earth and comes to your aid when you need it. Most likely advises on how to manage money. Queen of Pentacles is someone who really appreciates nature, beauty, and um has all her ducks in a row. Uh Unselfish and kind, incredibly practical, and has tons of experience. Whoever this person is, they would be glad to give you advice on any subject such as money, relationships, or health. I don't know. Do you feel no? It's fine. It's fine. She's like, "Hey, Jess, you get cat ass." I mean, I know, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be you. I don't. I mean, it could be me. The Two of Cups. I guess we'll see. Let's see what the Two of Cups says. The other thing is I feel like I want to go by a different. I think it probably doesn't help that I'm reading from my book on this deck. Let me look. Yeah, go grab it. Where's my pentacle? All right. Opulence, generosity, security, magnificence, and liberty. A woman whose qualities might be summed up in the idea of greatness of the soul. I think they're talking about Noodle. No, I'm just kidding. So next is the Two of Cups. Two of Cups is kind of like a choice. It just means someone in general in my life giving me advice. Yeah, basically, it could or so for example, it also can just mean that someone that embodies this energy, it doesn't have to be a woman. Just someone, so like a mother, it represents like a motherly type figure, um or someone who's got it all together. um it's basically that's what's coming out, is that kind of figure. um i'm I'm the type of reader that likes to like kind of just put it out there and then let people kind of figure out what that means to them, since I don't really know how that applies. The Two of Cups. It's like, so the Two of Cups is like a, so okay. So basically, if you don't resonate with this card, the Two of Cups is very much an energy of like two people collaborating. Um it's like in the original depiction, it's two people like doing almost like a cheers. So it could mean that you just should be aware of this kind of energy and what it represents. That would be someone that you would want to, so if you have someone maybe that has that kind of motherly feminine energy offering advice, it would be wise to listen to it. um or if nothing else, to like collaborate with it. um Sometimes the Two of Cups can almost have uh like a romantic, but I'm not getting that from that at all. Like it's definitely more, especially because this card doesn't give that energy. It's just got the single cup with the water. Um, and then last but not least is the sun. And the sun is basically just like exactly what the sun is. It illuminates everything. So even if who this is doesn't immediately pop out to you or what it represents, the sun is saying that it's going to be blatantly obvious when it does. So when that person, it could be somebody at work, um, or maybe even like something you're working on at work, is basically going to, um, it's just going to be like that. The sun is like that beam of light, like, ah. Um, some of the other meanings for the sun are material happiness, so getting that bag, fortunate, um, like fortune, happy. It's very much like the happy card. In a lot of decks, it's represented by like a little kid, a little cherub, on the riding on the back of a horse through like a sunflower field. Yeah, like the light at the end of the tunnel kind of thing. Yeah, a train. A train. I like trains. But yeah, That's I can pull one. Hey, hey kiddo. Let me see the cards. Sure, give me a card. Pick a card, any card. Let me see what you got. Show me what you got. Pick a card. Any card. What do we got? The Queen of Cups. I mean, it's funny. It's funny that like a lot of the cards are very it's like jolly cooperation is what I'm getting. Praise the sun. It's basically like two harmonious energies that are also opposites. So like fire and water working together and creating something pretty freaking awesome. That's what I'm getting. Hi DJ. Well, that was pretty good. All right, Miss Coughing Pokemon, can I have my cards back? Do you want to draw a card? Does anybody else want a reading? You want a reading? Okay, give me the cards. No. You got the same card. You didn't even shuffle. Here, give me the come on. What'd you get? King of Wands. Do the reading. You are the King of Wands. I know, it's the special kitty reading. You know what? I forgot to do like a background music. But today is way too chaotic for that. It's just one of them days. I ended up getting I wasn't supposed to babysit today and somehow that happened. So here we are. But I also wanted to keep to a schedule and some consistency. So here we are. I think maybe we'll do Did somebody say meatloaf? It's just one of them days. Just one of them days. It's like a chainsaw. All right. The King of Wands. Fiery spirit, business, and creativity. Yeah. The King of Wands is a powerful yet very admirable authority figure. You're definitely a take charge type of person, that's for sure. This energy represented by the King of Wands is fiery, full of fighting spirit, jolly, and generally a good friend to most. Has a strong business savviness. In fact, they no longer work or even dream up new ideas. The King of Wands is a natural leader and charismatic. Very much Leo energy, which, yeah, just like you. The King of Wands is a natural leader and charismatic and has no problem finding people to take their creative lead. If the King of Wands appears in a reading, it may signify a person who matches the description above, or it could mean prosperity and upcoming financial luck for you. If this card represents you, be open to advice to others and perhaps involved in solving a dispute. The King of Wands is an indicator of goal-focused vision. You may be able to achieve more than you thought if you channel the energy of the King. Be clear about your direction and where your current to-dos will lead you. Look at that. So, I think, unless anybody, I know Meatloaf sounds awesome. I think maybe we'll do a 3-card spread to end us out. And just do a short one. I just want to, like, despite all the chaos, even a little bit of a late start. Wow! Meow, Quitten! Hi, thank you so much for the follow. Well, I have time for one more reading. So, last call if anyone wants a reading. Otherwise, I'm going to throw 3 general cards down and we'll call it a week. Maybe I'll do a like offline reading to upload to YouTube or something. And don't forget, I have a Dead by Daylight collab stream tomorrow evening. That's exciting. Yes, yes, of course, Meow. Do you have a particular question in mind, or would you just like a general reading? Yes, tomorrow I'm excited. Last reading for the day, Meow. What do you have in mind? Particular question, or my relationship is having some trouble? Fair. Okay. Let's do a love reading regarding Meow Kitten's relationship. Okay, real quick. All right. Let's do a 3-card spread. Thank you. I wanted to know if it's salvageable or should I move on? Should you stay or should you go? All right. All right. We got some. Perfect. Perfect. Let me know for Meow. Let me know for Meow. Let me know for Meow, please. Give me some cards for Meow. Cards for Meow. Cards for Meow. Oop, something trying to come out there. Cards for Meow. There we go. Okay. And then that's 3. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Strength. The 5 of Cups in reverse. And the 10 of Swords in reverse. Okay. So your past energies for this reading are indicating that you've been holding on. Maybe, I mean, obviously, if you're the one coming for tarot, but seems like this relationship is kind of something worth fighting for. At least one of you feels that way. Maybe it's you, but seems like it's something you've been kind of bravely bravely not conquering, enduring, perhaps. Um, 5 of Cups in reverse. So, based on the cards, I would say it's not over yet. Um, hmm. Let me read from the book, and then I'll give you my final thoughts. So, when you get the 5 cups reverse, it represents bottling up emotion, moving on, and acceptance. So, it sounds like you've been maybe fighting for this a little too much, and now you're at kind of at that breaking point where you're like, a lot of times if we're like thinking about the end, um maybe sometimes it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy, which isn't a bad thing. um it could also just mean that like, how sometimes we avoid conflict because we're afraid of the answer, and in reality, um if we had just kind of confronted it and fe- and gotten the answer, it wasn't what we needed at all, and in the process we've kind of like trounced all over feelings or issues, or it's become bigger than it needs to be, creating like boogie monsters. um hmm you know oh, okay. So I'm getting mixed signals. Maybe it's the other person's giving mixed signals, but I so your future influence is the the swords reversed. And basically this card, so this is what's interesting about this is this card upright represents the end. It's dead, done, stick 10 swords in it, meaning the relationship, whatever it is that this is over. It also could mean that like whatever bad stuff is over. So I'm not necessarily saying that you need to take a torch to your relationship, but that maybe um you need to do the thing that you're most scared of. So, like for example, sometimes it's the act of like when something becomes stale and stagnant and you just don't know where it's going. You need to put an end to whatever it is that you're not liking or making you unhappy in the relationship so that a new cycle can begin. So in reverse, I'll read from the book, but I'm also like I kind of sometimes my own interpretation pops through, and like a lot of times when I see um like for this card meaning it's dead, done, over with, and it's in reverse, it's almost like it's like it could mean like literal. There's two ways you can interpret it: a literal reversal of the ending, so it's like, hey, this isn't dead, this isn't over yet. Or it could mean you're prolonging this. um so it represents like, in this particular deck, the meaning in the book is victim mentality, fear of failure, and rock bottom. um so like the Ten of Swords represents a situation that has not ended but is stuck in place in fear of ruin. You are replaying worried scenarios in your mind, making it hard for you to move on and follow through with other things. Consider asking your cards another question or looking to surrounding cards in your reading for signs of outcome of your circumstance. A victim mentality often accompanies these feelings. In some readings, the Ten of Swords reverse can represent rock bottom for someone in mental struggles. Fortunately, there's nowhere to go but up, though it will take some work. And that's why that last phrase right there is why I'm like, the fact that it's reversed could mean the opposite of it being over. Just that whatever cycle of the relationship you're in needs to end. So whether it be you guys are not talking, or you're not resolving your issues, or you're not confronting your issues, that's got to stop. Um, does that mean you should just intimately like bust through your door and be like, "We need to break up. I'm over it. The card said our relationship is dead and done, so I'm done." That's not what I'm getting from this. What I'm getting from this is that there's something about this relationship that needs to change, and whether the relationship can sustain after the gauntlet's been put down, or after, you know, if you're willing to take those actions and really confront what needs to be confronted, you won't know until you do it. So it's kind of like one of those, like, you don't want to give somebody an ultimatum, but kind of like say to yourself, "Hey, um this is why this isn't working, and I would feel a lot better if I did this, or if I was more independent," and just do it. And if the relationship falls apart because you did that thing, then there's your answer. So a lot of it is more like focusing on within and what's bothering you, more so than like, "Hey, is this relationship working out or not?" It's just kind of like, figure out why it's not working for you, confront that, and then see where the cards land. Because I'm getting, through the strength, you're battling something that you're kind of afraid of, or that you're struggling with, and it's causing a lot of this other bad energy, um, stagnancy, um, like self pity, kind of just all this negative is coming through because you're kind of some kind of this, whatever this struggle, whatever this strength represents. Maybe you're holding yourself back for a partner, and you're afraid that if you reach your full potential, that the relationship's going to fall apart. And instead of like, a lot of times then we go, "Well, I'll just talk to him, and like, what if I do this?" And then it starts a whole fight. And it's like, instead, sometimes it's better to just like bite the bullet and go do the thing, and then deal with what comes along with that. Because it could even be that, like, you going and doing the thing that you need to do, like, then they may be like, "Hey, why are you all of a sudden focused on this?" It's like, "Well, because I'm really unhappy, and I don't feel fulfilled." Um, yeah, basically, like, a lot of work on, maybe even just take the relationship out of it and be like, "Hey, what's going on that's making me feel like I need to, like my relationship's not working? Like, what am I not happy about? And are these things that I can change? Is there something I can do to change my current situation?" I'm going to draw one more card for you. I just want to see, especially since that Ten of Swords reverse suggested to draw another card. We'll do one more card for you. I just want to see. Yeah, tipping canoes hit the nail on the head with the, it's easier to open the jar and empty it out first than try to cram too much into it. So you got the, interesting. Your clarifying card is the High Priestess in reverse. Um, it's ignorance, confusion, and doubt. If you receive the High Priestess in reverse in this reading, it's a positive sign that your intuition is starting to make itself known. However, because of the reverse position, there's an indicator of imbalance. It could be a sign that you are not listening to your intuition, or you're letting yourself getting carried away with ideas that have no basis in reality. The High Priestess reverse asks that we care for ourselves and intuition. In contrast to the Magician, card 2 is not an individualistic card, but rather one of intimate relationships. Ask yourself deeply, what do I need from my intuition, and what does it need from me? In simpler or time based spreads, the High Priestess reverse can indicate a bad past choice or a choice in the near future that is negative. There you go. It seems like you probably know the answer already and you're not trusting yourself. You know, just from experience, something I see a lot of times when people are like unhappy with a friendship or a relationship, they'll like go and confront the other person expecting like something from it, and then nothing comes of it, but then you get some kind of weird resolution and you guys start the cycle all over again. Where it's like if you feel this isn't working and you need to go, you just need to trust that that's the right thing for you. So I think this is just a matter of you getting in your own head and not trusting to do what you need to do. Um, Maybe even do a little bit of meditation. And um, while you're meditating, ask yourself that question: what do I need from my intuition and what does it need from me? I think that's the best advice I could give you. Um, and I also, since you followed, I hope you come back next Wednesday and maybe we can do another. I'd love to hear an update from you. Or maybe even if you're still in the same cycle and still a little confused, we can draw some more cards. Um, so with that, maybe let's do, I did say I was going to do a general. So let's just toss one more card out. It's hard breaking up with someone. I feel like I'm leaning that way though. In that case, yeah. I think you're just looking for like a confirmation for something that you already know is true. So like that's pretty typical in tarots. Like you already kind of know that's what needs to happen. Oh, I have one more person. Okay. Who did I miss it? Was it Phantom Punk? Yes. Okay. Phantom Punk, what's coming your way soon? We'll do one for you. I want to get everybody to ask. Thanks, Tipping. Let's do one more. Thanks for lending your energy today, Noodle. We appreciate you. You too, Little Ray. I should just start paying you. I don't get paid myself. I'm doing it pro bono. Okay. Ooh. A new venture perhaps. Phantom Punk, the Hanged Man with a new perspective, and the Sun in reverse. The Fool is a new adventure. It's novelty, journey, and blind faith. Trusting in the universe and that it's always got your back. The fool is who we should all aspire to be, trusting that life will catch him when he falls. He embarks on a journey with almost nothing. The fool is new beginnings and liberation from the past. While some may call the fool too naive, he carries an important wisdom. Have faith where your natural responses take you. Each card is a part of the fool's journey. The fool is the beginning, the end, and the center of the tarot, all at once as the card 0. The rest of the major arcana, 1 through 21, represents teachers and concepts that the fool encounters on their journey in learning to watch his step as the fool evolves. With the white rose atop a silly hat, the fool is characterized as the court jester. In medieval times, a jester was someone who was allowed to function outside the social script, could observe and make jokes. As such, the fool represents unlimited potential, spontaneity, and newness. Innocence, symbolized by the white rose, is the fool's credo. If you are facing doubt, the fool is a wonderful card to get in a spread. as the Fool reminds you to believe in yourself no matter how unsure you may feel. Have faith and be prepared for a new adventure. You may have to leave some old things behind, whether objects or ideas, to make this journey truly a new one. Your second card is the Hanged Man. You got all major arcana, by the way. Confusion, ego, and criticism. The Hanged Man reverse symbolizes the same things as the upright card. Although something may be blocking the energy, such as confusion or bad advice, reverse, the Hanged Man can be a sign that you're too confident in a choice. You may feel like you're the only one who gets it. Quotation marks. What you may not realize is that the criticism you are facing is not saying to choose one thing over the other, but rather that you should explore and be open to what could be great opportunities. This isn't a card about life, death, or choices, but about suspension. The Hanged Man reverse can also signify that you're placing too much importance on material wealth and not enough on your spiritual self. When the Fool hangs upside down, they notice that the coins have fallen out of their pocket, but they're okay with it. The Hanged Man reverse can show up when physical goods are controlling your life. Uh-oh. Okay. All right. So maybe, like focus on things to come. Are we focused on the wrong things? Are we healthy in spirit? Or are we following trends? Your last card is kind of a bad omen. I hate to say it. But I love this spread because we got to hurry. We're running into an ad break. It's basically like a new journey, limbo, or like a purgatory type energy, and then you've got a little bit of a bad omen here. So I think maybe with my advice, we can get you on the right track and get that sun turned right side up. See if I can get this out before the ad break. Hopelessness, darkness, and depression. Reverse, the sun is still a positive card because it shows that there is some light coming through the clouds that may be blocking your view. It can be a sign that you've been depressed, but try not to blame yourself for this negative mood. We all go through periods of darkness. It's vital to remain connected and grateful to the world and all that it provides for you, like the warmth of the sun, which also represents awakening, beginnings, and innocence. Kind of back to the Fool. So, I almost kind of read this, maybe this is actually meant to be like a here type card. We're coming out of it, but make sure we're going within and exploring a different perspective for things. Overall, it is still a really good reading. I think the sun is more of just a warning, or a reminder to be like the Fool. Trust, trust, trust. Because the Fool walks towards, he's basically playing on the edge of a cliff, um, with reckless abandon. So kind of like, I see this is the representation. You just got to have faith and know that the universe has got your back and that everything's going to be okay. How did I do? Thanks. Okay. Ad. Boo, ads. Ends in a couple seconds. Good. I hope they were skippable. Let's do one final card. I think you're gonna be okay. I think if anything, that was just, I split the deck just to be kind of curious and thoughts, and it's got a six of cups, which is like a generosity. It's a good card, victory card. So I think it's just maybe like a warning that every journey has ups and downs. But, it's like I said, with the full card, it's all about like the guy he's playing on the edge of a cliff, and he does it with all the zest and gumption and just laughs it all off. So, I guess don't take it too seriously. If you took anything away from my reading, I would just say that maybe um I'd say if anything the most important one was probably the Hanged Man, and that having the right perspective is important, and not focusing on material wealth, especially in these times when everybody's all about clout and how much you make and what kind of car you drive, and when none of that shit is important. All right. I'm gonna do. Let's just see what we got from. Let's. What are we sending out with? What energies are we sending out with? It's the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups is like probably the best knight in the tarot. He's a little slow as far as, I mean, I guess he's not as bad as the King of Pentacles. I mean, Knight of Pentacles, where Knight of Pentacles like literally is the type of dude who has a horse, has a race horse, but he's walking alongside it to where he needs to go. um, the Knight of Cups. What do we need to know? That's probably a good energy to embody, just as a general energy. Graceful, not warlike, riding quietly, wearing a winged helmet, referring to the higher graces of the imagination. Arrival, approach, sometimes a messenger, advances, and he's also kind of a lover boy. So, yeah, let's keep loving our hearts. And I hope you guys enjoyed the reading. That'll be all for today. And I hope you guys join me next week. If you're into gaming, we're going to be doing some Dead by Daylight tomorrow. Otherwise, I'll see y'all next Wednesday. And thanks for tuning in. This is Shay Star, and bye bye. Thanks for all the follows. Appreciate you guys.